Greetings, wonderful people, men and women of good conscience and lovers of freedom all over the globe. We once again welcome you to K1ll1ng's channel, where we bring you reliable news across Biafra land and beyond. And of course, we are going to bring you the state of the nation as we continue navigating about events and situation, insecurity, some latest projects and developments that is going on in the Zoological Republic as well as in Biafra land. And of course, before we head into it right in, we just want to use this opportunity to encourage you to hit the subscribe button as well as to give us thumbs up should you like what we are doing. We are going to really discuss this issue of Second Niger Bridge. Again, completion date for Second Niger Bridge has been shifted to 2024. This is the latest update that the Zoological Republic just published. Of course, the federal government of the zoo. Completion date for the multi-billion naira Second Niger Bridge linking Delta and Anambra states has again been shifted from the earlier scheduled date of October 2022 to the first quarter of 2024. Anyway, the truth of the matter is that in any project, there is always some unforeseen time lag that always presents itself, because in as much as it's a project, there is no way you can tackle it without having some time lag. Well, of course, if you meet up at the budgeted time, that's okay, but it's not always like that to meet up at the estimated time. But that's not an issue. The issue here is that the point that the federal government is giving why they feel a bit regretted, it's not even that some of the components of the projects were not meet up and the time lag that is being expended. It's not what they are after. Look at the point that they are after. They said that the implication of this is that the president, whose administration started the construction of the bridge 5 years ago, would not be in office to commission it, as his tenure would end in May 2023. This is their own headache. Federal government says that not because that they have not been able to complete the road, the bridge. That is not their issue. That issue is that the man who started it will not be able to complete to commission it. Well, that is how these people reason. Nigeria government, the presidency with their people, they don't really have much thing to offer. The acting federal controller of works in Anambra State, Mr. Sheyi Martins, who hinted of the new completion dates, however, said work on the bridge had reached 95% completion. Martins, who spoke when members of the Council for Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria toured the bridge, said the first phase of the project, which was the bridge proper, has substantially been completed. I doubt if this statement is correct, because if you take 5 years to complete 95% of a project, then why will it take you more 2 years to complete the remaining 5%? Of course, this is what we show you that this is not really working. And after the federal government has been able to change the design, remove all the components of the bridge, for example, the first ever design of that bridge had a railway beside it. And now the federal government removed the railway. They now try to redesign the bridge, and then it became the cost become higher than anticipated. Where there is no railway again, why the cost increasing maybe about 60% higher? And now they put toll gates so that they say they will be able to recover the money. And currently in Nigeria, is there any other place that there is toll gates? Yes, we heard about Lekki toll gates. I don't know if it's still functioning or what, but this is what Obasanjo let people understand during his tenure. Why he is removing toll gates is to increase the oil price. That will solve all the problem. But look at where the zoo is today. So back to the issue of the Second Niger Bridge. The point is that the completion date has been shifted, which is not certain that 2024 everything will be okay. But this is Nigeria for you. And next, as regards to the issues going on in the northwest of the Zoological Republic, the Nigerian army has confirmed that they have over 80,000 Boko Haram members with them. What are they doing with them? Of course, they say that they are in their custody. They say repented. X. Those things doesn't really make sense. If you ask them who are the type, the members that they are deploying to Biafra land, this is one of the reasons why they always tell Nigerian military, the soldiers, do not hand them, always bring them to us, do not hand them alive. And when they bring them to them, what they will do is to repackage them and send them to Biafra land. Forget about all the stories that they are saying. They say they are having about 80,000 of them. A pirate is always a pirate. Once a pirate, always remains a pirate. So there is no issue of saying X or saying repented. No, we don't believe in those slogans. Boko Haram remains Boko Haram. How are you taking care of 80,000 of them in your custody? So how many is the number of Nigerian military? If you have Boko Haram members with you, that's about 80,000. How many is the Nigerian military? These are the things you will ask. So the zoo governments, the army, the presidency, they are in this game together, working out to see how they will take over other areas using these people. And that is why you see them continue deploying them to Biafra land, to any other region that they feel they want to conquer. This is the idea. They are working hand in hand with the military. At the end of the day, military will give them their uniform and send them for a round. They go. That's why a lot of them you are seeing today, they are in Nigerian military. So you see them. You think that you are talking or speaking with a Nigerian army. No. These are people, or the Boko Haram amidst of them. On coming to you again is still what is going on in Nigeria. This caption here says, Nigerian medical director arrested for allegedly deleting, burying woman inside Kwara State Hospital. This is the situation. General Hospital, I think, could be a teaching hospital in Kwara State. The director of medicals, this is the practices he's doing. And it's not once, it's not twice. About 3 times that such incident has occurred. How can such a person be a medical director in a known hospital? So this is the thread they were able to find out. What's happened to so many other people maybe that must have gone, that people didn't know. Nigerian police in Kwara have found the corpse of a woman buried in the office of the chief medical director of Kayama General Hospital, Dr. Abbas Adayemi. According to authorities, the body of the woman, known only as Nafisat Halidu, was discovered in a shallow grave on the hospital premises. This is what this man is engaging in. I don't understand. Somebody who calls himself a professional and a medical professional in that matter. That is how people that come to the hospital will be missing. I wish that Nigerian government, well, of course, if we are referring to Nigerian government, there is nothing there because the government is gone. In September, the police command in Edo State arrested Adeyemi over the deleting of a taxi driver. This same doctor, over the deleting of a taxi driver identified as Emmanuel Yobo, who was allegedly deleted on September 3rd. Still the same man, the same doctor. This is somehow Dr. Abbas Adeyemi. I think something is wrong here, and that is why people have to be cautious of how they operate, of the type of hospital they go to. This is one of the importance of what we are saying. Oh, here is another laughable caption here that sometimes when you see or hear Nigerian government, the federal government making some statements, you'll be wondering, is it a human being that is making these comments? Here says, FG wants ASU against disobeying court order. That is, the FG you are hearing is the Fulani. Fulani is the FG. They are warning ASU against disobeying court order. Who are the chief, the master, the professor of disobedience of court order? The FG too. So that is one thing with the Fulanis. They believe that they are above law and only them can effect those changes. And I think this is one of the things they inherited from Britain. So that is exactly what the Fulanis are doing in Nigeria. They make the law for others. if Nigerian government will disobey court order, and beside, who are the governments? Yes, who are the government? Is us not among the governments? Because government is not one person, different parastatals, but a single set of people will come and say that they are the one that owns it. ASU is doing their best, and the federal government is not doing anything. Federal government has on so many occasions disobeyed court order, not only in the case of our great leader Nnamdi Kanu, every now and then, that is what they continue doing. But now it has come to their own aid. They are saying they want to quote law and want to give the implication of disobeying court order. Is that not laughable? That's what is happening in Nigeria. This is the situation. Well, and as things are going on in Edo State, as well as in Anambra, flood continues surging in this area. This year flooding is really something else. Of course, in Edo State, over 12 communities has been taken over, and the residents has fled from the land, from their places, as well as in Anambra, a lot is going on, flooding. If it is possible, I think what some neighboring states should be doing is to be getting prepared. Who knows what happens? Who knows how it will knock on their own door? That is one thing sometimes, because the government sometimes do not really think about the welfare of the masses. But what we are giving here, we are trying to provide a solution. The neighboring states should try to get prepared to find solution, even though that they might not be able to prevent the flooding. But let them get prepared of the worst that might occur. We thank you for listening. And of course, here remains Nicky Bobby, where we bring you reliable news across Biafra land. We say that we are Biafrans, and in Biafra land is where we have our citizenship, and until Biafra is fully restored, we will not rest. May you remain safe and blessed wherever you may be.